Welcome to the UNE College of Pharmacy hooding ceremony. I'm Jean Woodward. I'm the Associate Dean of Student Services and Faculty Development at the College of Pharmacy. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Dr. Ed Lee is processing in and leading the faculty. Dean Gail Brazeau is leading the platform party. Please be seated. Wow, we had a lot of fan clubs today. I think this is the most I've seen as far as guests at our hooding ceremony. Very exciting. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to stand before you today as we come together to recognize a significant milestone in the lives of our graduates at the College of Pharmacy. The graduation of the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2017. At this time, I'd like to introduce the platform party. Please stand as announced, and I ask the audience to please hold their applause until the last platform member. First, we have Dr. Wallace Marsh, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Edward Lee, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, and Chair of the College of Pharmacy Faculty Assembly. Dr. Gail Brazeau, Professor and Dean, Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Dr. Paul Abramowitz, CEO of the American Society of Health System Pharmacists in Bethesda, Maryland, and our keynote speaker today. Dr. Christian Teeter, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, and the advisor for the class. Dr. George Allen, Associate Professor, Chair of Department of Pharmacy Practice. Dr. Olgan Gavench, Associate Professor, Chair of Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. And finally, Mr. Vincent Fiore, Board Trustee Emeritus of the University of New England and former board chair. Thank you. I now would like to introduce the Dean of the College of Pharmacy, Dr. Gail Brazeau, who will provide a welcome from the college, provide words of wisdom to the graduates, and introduce our keynote speaker. Dean Brazeau.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Dean Woodward, for that introduction here. It's my great pleasure today to welcome the guests and the graduates. My name is Gail Brazeau. I'm the Dean of the College of Pharmacy. Dean Woodward has recognized several of the people on stage, but I want to make sure that we haven't recognized or missed anyone from our guests. I'd like to have anyone that is a member of our Dean's Advisory Council or members of our preceptors or friends of the college. Would they please stand? Okay. We have lots of friends. We're all friends of the college here. I also would like to recognize an additional special person in my life, and I would like my mother, Donna Schwenning, wherever she is out there, to stand, no matter how old you are. Mom, where? I've always called her lovingly Mother of the Dean, or Mom. So Mom, thanks for always being here over the years. This weekend, the College of Pharmacy continues to make new and exciting history as we graduate and hood our 5th class, the class of 2017. Yesterday, again, was a significant day in the history for UNE. It was almost too much to take in, watching our pharmacy students join their colleagues from the other colleges, including now a College of Dental Medicine at the University Commencement. That being said, I am so glad we still have this opportunity to reconvene in this beautiful auditorium for our College of Pharmacy Doctor of Pharmacy hooding ceremony. More importantly, recognizing the outstanding students of the class of 2017 who have demonstrated the commitment needed to complete the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Each of you in the auditorium here played an essential role in their individual and collective achievements. We sometimes forget to thank those responsible for the numerous achievements over the last 4 years. This class of 2017 has been very successful in so many fronts, from serving their community to advancing pharmacy practice in Maine and beyond, as well as advancing our knowledge in the pharmaceutical and biomedical and clinical sciences. I would like to take a few minutes to recognize and thank those responsible for us being here today. We want to recognize our President Rippage and other members of the UNE senior leadership for their continued support, vision, and support for the College of Pharmacy. It was President Rippage's vision and commitment to the College of Pharmacy that we as a college are now graduating another successful class. It is extraordinary to be part of an organization that does not just dream, but continues to make dreams come true in the best interest of our students and the communities they will serve as healthcare professionals. I continue to be humbled standing here as the dean. I am so appreciative of those who have served before me and built the foundation for this, particularly our founding Dean John F. Cremier and Dean Douglas H. Kay, whose passing just a little less than a year ago was truly a loss for the college and for the profession of pharmacy. It certainly has made my job easier knowing the dedication of these individuals formed the foundation for our current and future successes. Class of 2017, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I want to thank you for the trust you put in us. You came to us as we continue to grow and stay as we develop new traditions of excellence. We look forward to each of you as pioneers, and have been the pioneers who have provided the foundation for a strong and successful College of Pharmacy. It will be you, as you start your own professional career, who will continue to advance the important role of our college in providing future generations of pharmacists and pharmacy leaders. As our students know, and I've said many times, it's our faculty that brought them here, kept them here, and who they will be fondly remembering. It's the faculty on this platform, the staff that's been around this auditorium that have brought and have been the real keys to the success of our students. We could not have done it without you. Please know that we are appreciative of all you've done. I'd like to ask our students to join me by standing to recognize the outstanding faculty and staff in the college through a very heartfelt applause. It was the efforts of these caring individuals who have established our culture of caring as a foundation for the successful education and future practice of pharmacy. We also know that students, and many of us, would not be here without the support. You would not be here without the support of your family and friends. I know that around this room they are so very proud of you, and we are so grateful that what they have also had to endure to get to this day. It is your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, spouses, and so many uncles, spouses, children, and so many others that have provided the emotional, the mental, and financial support over these last 4 years. I would now ask the class of 2017 to please stand and recognize those who have made a difference and will continue to do throughout their professional career and personal journeys. Please join me in thanking your family and friends here. The UNE College of Pharmacy is fortunate to have so many important friends supporting us. The faculty, staff, and I are so grateful for all the donors and many friends who have been so loyal to the college each and every year. They have continued to provide the necessary financial support and to be strong partners every step of the way and share in every part of our success. This class of 2017 has already provided thousands of hours of supervised care through their introductory and advanced pharmacy practice experiences to patients in Maine and beyond. I know that you as professionals are of the highest quality, but what I'm most proud is how the way you've engaged in promoting professional excellence and serving the community. You have called home during your time here. Please continue what you've started here, specifically the importance of being a caring, an innovative, and committed pharmacist. It sets you apart from the many others. You will be caring as your role as a caring, innovative, and dedicated pharmacist. And you will be the kind of pharmacist that other organizations and corporations will want as part of their team. Our students are innovative and creative leaders and entrepreneurs in their time here. They've continued to advance professional and fraternal service organizations, raised over $2,000 for Camp Sunshine, which is a retreat for children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. And they took many leadership roles in coordinating items such as the drug take-back in and around the Portland area. This just names a few of their many achievements. They've continued to work with our faculty members and the state legislature to advance key initiatives and promoting public health and wellness, including the role of pharmacists as immunizers, providing medication therapy management, and working towards collaborative drug therapy management, as well as working to advance the scope of pharmacy practice options in Maine. This hooding ceremony would extend much longer than any of us would want if I were to fully articulate all the achievements of the class of 2017. Many of you have already heard me recite my favorite quote. If you could just humor me one more time at this last graduation. Excellence can be achieved if you risk more than others think is safe, care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible. Furthermore, I'd like you all to always remember the importance of gratitude and thankfulness for what you've been given, and extend this to others such as your family, friends, and colleagues, and your patients, to name just a few groups, who have taken and honored you with their presence. As I finish up my time here as dean, I would ask you to remember several important items. Here's my advice for you as you go on to heads up and phone down. Take time to see and enjoy the beauty of the world around us. Be thankful for those that you have an opportunity to be with. Take a walk of gratitude and be thankful. You can only do that if your head is up and your phone is down. Never stop learning in all aspects of your professional and personal life. Always be passionate about your learning. Always have that, I want to learn something every day. I also want you to enjoy each day of your life with enthusiasm. And finally, always remain humble, because you can learn from those that you share life's journey. Finally, I want to extend my sincerest and heartfelt appreciation for the opportunity to work beside and serve the students, faculty, staff, alumni, and many friends over these last 7 years. It has truly been an honor and a privilege, which I will continue to treasure in the years to come. Thank you once again. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Dr. Paul Abramowitz. We are very fortunate to have Dr. Paul Abramowitz as our keynote speaker today. His 40-plus year career in pharmacy has been extremely successful. Dr. Abramowitz is the Chief Executive Officer of the American Society of Health System Pharmacists, otherwise known as ASHP. He is one of the most respected and valued leaders in the pharmacy community. His leadership style has been described by others as a quiet, yet strong and dedicated and committed leader to advancing the role of pharmacists in interprofessional patient care teams. During his 5 years as the Chief Executive Officer of ASHP, this organization has grown every year in all areas, including membership, meetings, residencies, revenue, influence, and reach. Those who know him and have worked with him know that he's also an extremely empathetic individual who cares deeply about the people around him. This has resulted in ASHP being recognized as a top workplace by the Washington Post. Dr. Abramowitz received a bachelor's degree in chemistry from biology from Indiana University, a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from the University of Toledo. Actually, he finished up in May of 1977 at the University of Toledo, and I started in September in the College of Pharmacy at the University of Toledo. So I guess I'm able to follow a strong leader. He then went on to finish a PharmD from the University of Michigan and completed a residency at University of Michigan Medical Center. Before joining ASHP in 2011, Dr. Abramowitz has worked in hospitals and health systems for 34 years. He served as an associate hospital director for professional services and chief pharmacy officer at the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, and the director of pharmacy and associate professor at the Medical College of Virginia, as well as the University of Minnesota. He has over 75 publications and has given over 150 presentations nationally and internationally. He tells me he travels about half of his time in his current position. He has served as the treasurer of ASHP and as ASHP president. He chaired the board of ASHP Research and Education Foundation, the Iowa Board of Pharmacy, and the Iowa Statewide Poison Control Center. He's actively combined practice, teaching, and research throughout his careers. His lectures and publications, including his blog, focus on the quality that pharmacy care can have on impacting outcomes and reducing cost, developing new care models, reducing adverse drug effects, and expanding comprehensive pharmacy care to the ambulatory setting. He's been a very busy man. He's received the John W. Webb Lecture Award in 2000, which recognizes a pharmacy practitioner who fosters excellence in pharmacy administration. And in 2009, he received the Health System Pharmacist highest honor, the Harvey A. K. Whitney Lecture Award. In his lecture entitled The Evolution and Metamorphosis of Pharmacy Practice Model, he delineated drastic positive changes in pharmacy practice over the years, from a practicing focus on medication distribution to one that addresses all aspects of medication use, from prescribing to effectiveness. He has subsequently gone on and received an honorary degree honorary degree of science from the University of Toledo in 2015, and he has been recognized as one of Washington's trending associate leaders by Bizno. He currently serves on boards of the American Nurses Foundation and the Council of Pharmacy Practice Accreditation. He also serves on the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board. On a more personal note, his wife, who is either in Iowa City or with him in Bethesda, and he is a grandfather of 3. As he said, 1-year-old, a 1.5-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Paul Abramowitz to the stage.
I'm sorry, I'm here to surprise the dean with some flowers. And I was thinking I would take this opportunity. I apologize, Dr. Abramowitz, but I wish the class to stand up and at least acknowledge the dean for all she has done for us.
Well, think that introduction was prepared by my mother some years ago. Dean Bruzzo, Trustee Fury, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, 2017 graduates of the University of New England College of Pharmacy. Thank you very, very much for the honor of addressing you today. Graduates, your hard work, your dedication, resilience, long nights and early mornings have finally come to fruition. Today we celebrate not only the end of one amazing journey for you, but also the beginning of another. Today's hooding ceremony certainly is a very significant event which should be cherished. It marks a new chapter in your lives and serves as a foundation for your future years as a pharmacist. This ceremony also helps to instill in each of you the importance of our profession and the purpose for which we serve, namely to prevent and alleviate disease, pain, and suffering, and to promote wellness through optimal use of medications. In honoring that purpose, it's essential to remember that your patients will depend on you for their care, and your colleagues in the other health professions are counting on you as well to apply your extensive and in-depth knowledge of medication therapy, as you are truly this nation's medication specialists. The placement of this hood today over your head signifies your transformation from student pharmacist to pharmacist. The exceptional education that you received at the University of New England will serve you, I am sure and certain, in all the days that follow. But these are things that you already know. What you might not know is that you will and must continue to prepare yourselves for all the new changes and challenges that await you. You are our profession's future. Your mind holds the seeds of innovation that promise to change, advance, and sustain our profession. Change is inevitable, and how you respond to change is defining. As Martin Luther King once said, one of the great liabilities of history is that all too many people fail to remain awake during great periods of change. Today, our very survival depends on our ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant, and to face the challenge of change. And I would echo Dr. King, and I'm here to tell you to do just that. Not only to accept change, but to create and facilitate new pathways to improve the health of our nation. Are you ready? I ask this question as I reflect back on my own experience, a pharmacy student in the 1970s, just right before your dean. So I'm obviously older than her, and I can tell you I'm much older than her. Maybe not too much, but a little bit. I remember that pharmacy practice during those years was heavily focused on the preparation and distribution of medications. And the vast majority of pharmacists, no matter what setting you practiced in, spent most, if not all of your time within the confines of the pharmacy. But how quickly those circumstances have changed. You are now about to become the professional that is the true drug therapy expert and a direct care provider responsible to keep your patients healthy and well. You will be an essential part of every healthcare team in the hospital, in the clinic, and in the community pharmacy. So let's take a look at the path ahead of you. Healthcare restructuring, dramatically rising drug and healthcare costs, population health concerns, access to care issues, and competing priorities within our healthcare system are circumstances that will affect and influence your practices. In addition, facing you today, as you well know, is the increasing need to greatly improve medication use. The number of admissions and readmissions to hospitals due to less than optimal medication therapy continues to rise. The provision of primary care and the management of chronic disease is inadequate to meet our nation's needs. Wellness and preventative care do not receive the attention they deserve, and while many patients lack access to the medications they need, many others are treated with too many medications. Now, this may sound like a difficult path for you, but these are not obstacles. Rather, they're opportunities for you as pharmacists to improve the health and well-being of our nation's people, and also to create your own future in pharmacy practice. And I'm optimistic to do so because I'm certain that you can and you will provide and apply your creative energies to find solutions to all of these challenges. And in doing so, you'll have the opportunity firsthand to witness your patients recovering from life-threatening disease and avoiding illnesses due to your efforts. And you'll have a wide range of opportunities and will work in many diverse and stimulating practice settings. These will include fully incorporating your role as the pharmacist into the provision of true interprofessional care. They'll also include focusing your attention on the full continuum of your patient's medication therapy in and between all sites of care, and taking primary responsibility for this. You will utilize advanced technology and be exposed to new precision medicine well beyond that we see today, and you will, I am certain, accept more and more responsibility for the prescribing of medications. To do so, you'll be involved in the creation of new models of care, and the innovation you will create will become the routine practices of the future. The founder of the United Parcel Service many years ago, Jim Casey, coined a term which was constructive dissatisfaction. Constructive dissatisfaction, putting together two words that you normally don't put together. I think this applies to you in your future as a pharmacist. Always be constructively dissatisfied with contemporary practice. Devote yourselves to your patients and never stop searching for newer and better methods to provide optimal care for them. Elevate your profession and help sustain it for the future. I suggest that you also think of yourselves as your community's health leaders. Think of yourselves as the most accessible of all primary care providers. And always remember, what is best for the patient is best for you and best for our profession. Now's the time to take charge of your professional future. And to help you do this, I'm going to take the liberty to challenge you in several ways. You thought your work was done, but I'm going to give you a few more assignments that you can fit in whenever you can, but please keep them in mind. And here's your first challenge. Make certain that every one of your patients has a very comprehensive and interprofessional pharmacotherapy plan. And by this I mean it's a plan that doesn't just encompass medications themselves, but all defined components of therapy with desired goals and endpoints and monitoring parameters. If this isn't present as a roadmap for each patient, then how will you be able to effectively ensure optimal outcomes of their medication therapy? Your second challenge, support efforts to obtain provider status for pharmacists. As a new practitioner, you can play a major role in our grassroots efforts to achieve this. Take advantage of the opportunity whenever you can to build support for our current legislation in Congress and to show your support for your patients in the profession. Your ability to give your best care will depend on this. And this leads me to your third challenge. Work diligently to educate the public as to the essential role of the pharmacist in their care so that they will insist that their healthcare providers, employers, and insurers provide a full pharmacy benefit to all. And by this I mean one that includes not just medications, but comprehensive medication therapy management. Make it your professional and personal goal to enhance the public's understanding of your vital role as pharmacists in their care. Lastly, remember that each patient experience that you encounter along your professional path will help you grow and make you a stronger, wiser, more skilled, and more compassionate practitioner. Value and learn from your patients. As each of you leave here today and begin your practices as pharmacists, never stop striving for excellence. The stakes are high, mainly the health and well-being of your patients. In closing, I'd like to leave you with some words from Stephen Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large portion of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Thank you again, class of 2017, for the opportunity to speak with you. I wish you every success and congratulations.
Thank you to both Doctors Brazeau and Abramowitz. You know, I was at the University of Minnesota when Dr. Abramowitz was there, and then I moved to Iowa, and now he moved to Iowa, and now I'm wondering when he's going to move to Maine. Thank you so much. Excellent words of advice. We have a couple more presentations, and then we're going to progress with the hooding ceremony. We've got the class valedictorian and the president, Lynn Tran. I first would like to ask Mr. Lynn Tran to give a few words of advice or a few words of reflection. More reflection, he says. Mr. Tran.
Because we live in the age of technology, give me a minute. I'm going to do a quick photo. Classmates, please say cheese. Cool. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon and welcome. Our distinguished Dean Gail Brazeau, our dedicated faculty and staff, our keynote speaker, family, friends, mom, dad, and fellow graduates in the class of 2017. I'd like to start by addressing our loved ones. Thank you for the phone calls, the text messages, the FaceTimes, the Skype dates, the care packages, and all other forms of physical and moral support in these last 4 years. Thank you for believing in us and being proud of us, even before this moment even came. For those of you who traveled great distances, some of you are here with us online. Hi, Grandma. And some of you are actually here with us in spirit. We cherish your presence, and we share our success with you today. I've always been a firm believer that people are merely a product of your experiences. Your experiences help shape and dictate your own perception of life. So let me try and share with you a brief perception of how the last 4 years went down. My classmates can later go tell their friends and family how far from the truth I was from your story. In the autumn of 2013, each of us entered Hannaford Lecture Hall. We were given a folder, and inside was a Ziploc bag with their name tags inside. Some of us may have thought, all right, it's official. I'm going to help find a cure for cancer. Then after the first biochemistry and pathophysiology exam grades came out, some of us thought, maybe I just want to survive pharmacy school. But we as a class did more than just survive. We created traditions, set trends, and made history. From our white coat pin designs to our underground kickball tournaments with the dental kids, which we beat twice in a row, 2 years. They didn't want to come back for a third round. And our Thanksgiving dinners. We had a lot of great cooks in our class. And that was just our first year. As second year rolled around, it flew by in a flash. All I can remember mostly from those days were dose response curves and our raw pharmacokinetics exam scores, which still haunt me today. By the time P3 year rolled around, some of us were still busy spending all-nighters in the library, or Club Lib, as we called it, trying to learn how to study. Others were busy trying to calculate exactly how wealthy are the owners of the bars in Old Port as we gave them our financial aid money every weekend. So I can only speak for myself for P4 year, but I had a constant, overwhelming sense of excitement as well as being terrified as my recommendations and actions directly affected real patients. In these moments of intensity, a classmate of ours would say, take a deep breath. Hundreds before us have accomplished this, and thousands more will do the same. You'll be okay. I want to take a moment right now to recognize some of the rock stars in our class. On top of a rigorous academic load, some of us got married and started a family. Others held down a job or two or three. Others became super active in student organizations and became nationally recognized, from being members at small to members at large. Some enjoyed competing and placing in national competitions and representing UNE, putting us on the map. And others just simply crushed every single exam we had by being really studious. And lastly, some did a combination or all of the above. You know who you are. Now, here we are. Some of us may have never imagined this day happening. Others couldn't wait. I, for example, have been sentenced to this educational system for the last 25 years straight. Although I'm being released today on good behavior, I know I'll probably spend the next 25 years to life paying back my student loans. Obviously, I do not share the qualifications and experience that others who have spoken today carry. But I will share with you some advice that have been bestowed upon me by professionals who have achieved success in our career. Don't worry, I just have three. First, show up on time and do what you're supposed to do. It's easier to do a job right the first time than to explain why you didn't. Two, as future pharmacists of America, we are more than just safety nets for physicians, verifying orders and checking prescriptions. But when doing so, ask yourself, does this make sense? And if not, just take a few more minutes to double check your work. It's okay. The worst thing we'd want is the state board to come in or harming a patient. And lastly, regardless of whichever avenue of pharmacy you decide to practice in, there are at least two certainties. First of which, after passing the NAPLEX and getting licensed, any job that you decide to take is trainable. But what is not trainable is your attitude. If you strive to become the pharmacist that others are excited to work with, you might not have to face your bad days alone. With that, undoubtedly, you will have long, stressful days. Please don't forget to smile. Not only because smiling is one of the few things you can control in moments of chaos, but you never know who needs your smile more than you and whose day you can turn around. I am proud to say that I have attended this university and be a part of this pharmacy program. I'm proud to be a member of this class. Thank you for the lifelong friends I have made and the support you have shown me. I truly hope our paths cross, unless you work for the state board in my state, in which case I never want to see you professionally. Congratulations to the one and only class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Tran. The practice of recognizing the top academic graduate, the valedictorian, has its origin at Harvard back in 1759. From Latin, the term means farewell sayer. Our valedictorian this year won the Pharmacy Practice Academic Excellence Award, won the Pharmaceutical Science Excellence Award, and won the College of Pharmacy Academic Excellence Award. Please welcome Dr. Caney. Oh, she's here. To the podium.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I would like to thank you all for being here to help us celebrate the journey of the class of 2017, a journey many of us thought may never end. As we celebrate where we are today, I think it's important to remember where it all began, all the way back in August of 2013, when gas was $3.54 a gallon. Robin Thicke's controversial song Blurred Lines was #1 on the radio, and we had yet to learn the meaning of the expression, if I died and went straight to hell, it would take me a week to realize I was not in pharmacy school anymore. Even though we shared the common goal of becoming pharmacists, we are an eclectic group. We were born on 3 different continents. 25 years of age separates the oldest from the youngest classmate. Some of us had over a decade of experience working in a pharmacy, while others had never stepped foot behind the pharmacy counter. But as we began as eager P1s, we all had one thing in common: a healthy amount of fear for Dr. Hill's biochemistry course. We quickly learned the difference between an IRAT and a TRAT, and our love for concept mapping even inspired the secret Concept Map Verified class Facebook page. We moved on from the first semester to discover the winds of change with Professor McCool. We rode those winds into arguably our most challenging semester as second-year students, tackling medicinal chemistry with Dr. Mizuno, and medically referring as many patients as we could in self-care. Dr. Teeter warned us about the challenges of Therapeutics 1 as we began our second semester, and Dr. Allen made sure we would not leave that semester without knowing the only beta-lactam that covers MRSA. As P3s, Professor Joe Bruno always reminded us to ask, "What does the law say?" And Dr. Lee motivated us with the Lego Movie theme song, "Everything is Awesome," to help us cross the finish line as we became 4th-year students. Now, to some, that may seem like a pain-free 4 years, but the numbers do not lie. During our first 3 years, we took 242 quizzes and 99 exams. We completed over 30 comprehensive care plans during our 3rd year. We were members of over 15 different professional organizations and represented the College of Pharmacy at conferences across the country. As the didactic portion of our curriculum came to an end, we did not slow down. We completed 126,000 hours of advanced pharmacy practice experiences. 18 of our classmates provided patient care in other countries. There was a row of UNE student posters at the ASHP mid-year meeting. And a 5th of our class decided that wasn't enough and is going to continue our training with a postgraduate residency or fellowship position. It may sound like we were too busy to have any life outside of school, but that could not be further from the truth. 8 of our classmates became engaged, and 5 of them got married. We also welcomed 6 little pharmacy babies over the course of 4 years, so clearly something was going on outside of the classroom. Our 4 years included some memories that are impossible to quantify, like the sleepless nights, hours spent looking for parking, milligrams of caffeine consumed, times ExamSoft magically decided to stop working, and the number of Corona-Ritas consumed at Casa Fiesta after exams. I highly doubt it is a coincidence that Casa Fiesta happened to go out of business when the class of 2017 left the Portland area during our 4th year. As one of the youngest members of the class of 2017, it seems foolish for me to stand here and impart wisdom to my fellow classmates. Although I do not consider myself in any position to provide you with advice, please indulge me while I share a few observations and some of my hopes for our class. The landscape of pharmacy has dramatically changed since many of us decided we wanted to enter this profession. We have learned the days of simply putting the right pills, and by pills I mean solid oral dosage forms, in the right bottles are long behind us. As we enter this changing field, there's one thing I wish for the class of 2017. If we do not like something, we need to be the ones to change it. As a profession, we will never advance if we do not stand up for ourselves. Whether it's demanding reimbursements for MTM services or a lunch break on that 13-hour shift. And we have to remember, we're not just advocating for the profession, but we are advocating for those who sometimes don't have the voice to stand up for themselves, our patients. Over the course of the last 4 years, we have heard time and time again, it's all about the patients. On the last day of our outcome research class, Dr. Leslie Oakes showed us Preet Bharara's 2014 commencement address at Harvard Law School. In the speech, he discussed Philadelphia Phillies pitchers Roy Halladay's perfect game, and how Halladay's pitching coach said Halladay pitched that game just one pitch at a time. Just like great baseball pitchers pitch just one pitch at a time without jumping ahead, great pharmacists take each day one patient encounter at a time. Remember that you're always interacting with someone's son or daughter, brother or sister, mother or father, significant other, coworker, neighbor, or friend. We are not trained to treat conditions. We are here to treat patients. Even if the phone will not stop ringing, there's a meeting you need to rush to, or there's a line of people waiting, the patient we are working with deserves our full engagement. We need to be present, listen, one patient at a time. Obviously, we would not have achieved what we have as individuals or as a class if it was not for the constant support of our faculty members. Author Bob Proctor once stated that a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see within yourself. We were not always an easy group to deal with, but the faculty never gave up on us. Many times we fought back, questioning why things were essential for us to learn. I can still hear professors like Dr. Stirp stating, "You need to know this." Over the past year, there was many times I was incredibly happy that I had the knowledge I did. As students, we would often groan when we were given a case that we believed didn't have one right answer. But looking back, we must realize those cases were not given to us just to cause us misery, like we had once thought. Our faculty not only wanted to prepare us to pass our boards, they wanted to prepare us for the real world. There's rarely going to be times where there's just one right answer in the real world. Patients do not always fit a perfect picture of a disease state or a condition. So to those professors who truly sought to challenge us and believed we could do it, I thank you. Having the opportunity to address the class of 2017 is an incredible honor, but I would have wasted such an opportunity if I failed to thank one particular individual on our class's behalf. To Dean Brazeau, your enthusiasm for pharmacy and life in general has been contagious. There were countless times when the class of 2017 told prospective students that they chose UNE because of the dean. There are not many pharmacy students who can say that their dean also served as one of their greatest cheerleaders. You once stated that at the end of the day, you wanted to know that you made a difference in one person's life. Please know you made a difference in all of our lives, and we will always consider you to be Dean Brazeau. And I promise, there's one final group of individuals I would like to thank, and that is all of you. We would not be sitting here if it was not for your continuous support and the sacrifices you made for all of us to embark on this journey. 2 years ago, at an orientation event for the class of 2017, a new student asked, "How do you successfully maintain relationships with friends and family who are not in pharmacy school?" Christopher Stanton answered with some amazing advice. He said, "At dinner on Friday night, find something else to talk about." I'm sure we are all guilty of not finding something else to talk about and filling your ears with pharmacy nonsense that had occurred that week. To the individuals who are here who listen to me talk way too much pharmacy talk, I want to thank you. To my friends here, thank you for being there to help me cope with the bad times and to help me celebrate the good. To Trevor, your love and support has meant everything to me, and I'm so grateful that you came into my life. To my brothers, Andy and Will, I appreciate knowing you're always there if I need you. To my mother, Holly, you've been my rock throughout all of this. Thank you for always reminding me to live a balanced life. I do not know what I'd do without you. And to my father, you are the reason I believe that superheroes exist in real life. If I grow up to be just half the worker, philanthropist, parent, and friend that you are, I will consider my life a great success. And finally, to my classmates, I thank you. I could continue to use the cliche about our journey ending, but our 4 years together, the hard work, the dedication, the fun, the lifetime of memories were far from a cliche. For me, it was a privilege, it was an honor, and I'm proud to say that we are graduates from the University of New England College of Pharmacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Drs. Tran and Caney. We have many other graduates who have fulfilled service and leadership roles in our organizations. As Dr. Caney mentioned, we have 15 organizations, and I'd like to recognize them as well. If you have served as a class officer, can you please stand? Thank you. Also, if you've served as a leader in a student organization while a student at the college, please stand. Thank you. Dr. Abramowitz, there are your leaders. Thank you. And now we're ready to get started. How exciting is that? Yes. This afternoon, graduates from the Doctor of Pharmacy program will be recognized and honored by hooding. These graduates had their degrees conferred upon them at yesterday's commencement ceremony, which I think many of you attended. Hoods are the most distinctive part of the American academic dress, and they have a story to tell. They are lined with the official colors of the college or university conferring the degree. So mine, for example, are University of Texas colors. And of course, our graduates will have University of New England colors, blue and gray. The collars are basically the color of the degree. So what this felt collar here is the color of the degree. So blue tends to signify PhD, and green tends to signify College of Pharmacy. So we're going to be putting olive green hoods on your students, your classmates, your family members today. That velvet typically reflects the academic field. So today we are asking Dr. Ed Lee to come and present our graduates. It's a great honor for us to present to you this year's graduates. Dr. Lee?
Good afternoon. Come on, you can do better than that for our graduates. College of Pharmacy faculty and two special guests will be hooding our Doctor of Pharmacy graduates this afternoon. Once hooded and offered congratulatory handshakes by Dean Brazeau and Dr. Abramowitz, the graduate will proceed to the stage on my left, and the students all, or the graduates all know that I messed that up a lot, but my left, to give a special class pin to the person they wish to acknowledge and thank. Those receiving a pin are asked to approach the stage just prior to their graduate's name being called. With the exception of the class president and valedictorian, the graduates will be presented in alphabetical order. Family members, please use staff help if needed in getting to the stage. I'm very pleased to present the class of 2017. The first cohort of graduates will be hooded by Drs. Christian Teeter, Associate Professor of Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Ronald Hills, Assistant Professor of Pharmaceutical Sciences. First graduate is Dr. Erin Caney. Dr. Erin Caney is from Saco, Maine. She completed her pre-pharmacy program at Northeastern University. After graduation, she's going to pursue a PGY1 pharmacy residency at the VA Maine healthcare system. And she's dedicating her pin to Holly Caney, her mother, with a special note: thank you for being there from day one. I will always remember your advice and words of encouragement. Dr. Lynn Tran. Dr. Lynn Tran is from San Diego, California. He has a bachelor's in medical biology and neuroscience from the University of California, Riverside. After graduation, he's pursuing the Rutgers U.S. Medical Affairs Postdoctoral Fellowship at Genentech in San Francisco, California. He's dedicating his pin to Mom and Dad. Mom, you're the heart that keeps me alive. Dad, thanks for always comparing my first world problems to your third world problems upbringing so I'd stop complaining. Next, we have Dr. Zuha Bajwa from Endicott, New York. Dr. Bajwa has a BS in Integrative Neuroscience from Binghamton University, and after graduation, she's going to be pursuing a residency at the Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center. Her pin is dedicated to Harun Bajwa, her father, with the note, everything that I am today, I am because of you. Thank you for teaching me to never give up. Next, we have Dr. Caitlin Bernard from Winslow, Maine. Dr. Bernard will be pursuing a PGY1 residency at the UNE Martins Point Healthcare Program. Her pin is dedicated to Megan Bernard, her sister, with the note, keep working hard, follow your dreams, and they will come true. But always know the road that leads home. I love you. Next, we have Dr. Karina Bonito. Dr. Bonito is from Brooklyn, New York. She has a prior degree from the University of Connecticut, and her pin is dedicated to Kendra Bonito with the note, if I can do this, you can do anything. Next, we have Dr. Renee Boudreault from Madison, Maine, I'm sorry. I did my residency at Madison, Wisconsin, so it's second nature, sorry. Madison, Maine, she completed her pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England, and after graduation, she'll be going to the Maine General Medical Center for the PGY1 residency. She's dedicating her pin to Mark, her father, and Sandy, her mother, with the note, to my parents for their unconditional love and support. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Drs. Haley Choi, Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Guru Chadha, Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Our next graduate is Dr. Dave Brijbassi from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Dr. Brijbassi has a Bachelor's of Science from the University of Waterloo, and after graduation, he'll be going into community pharmacy at Rite Aid. His pin is dedicated to his grandmother with the note, thank you, Grandma, for always being there for me. Thanks for your love and support you gave me throughout my time in pharmacy school. Next, we have Dr. Aiken Vu Bui from Orange County, California. Dr. Bui, after graduation, will be grinding it out at CVS. And his pin is dedicated to his wife, Joanna, and son, Carter, with the note, thank you for all your unconditional support these past 4 years. It's time I return the kindness. I love you all. Next, we have Dr. Jordan Bundy from Otisfield, Maine. Dr. Bundy will be working at Walmart Pharmacy after graduation, and his pin is dedicated to his father, Robert Bundy. Jordan would like to thank his family and friends for all their support, especially his father for always being his rock. Next, we have Dr. Caitlin Cashel, who's from Merrimack, New Hampshire. Dr. Cashel will be working for Walgreens in southern New Hampshire as a pharmacist after graduation, and her pin goes to her parents, Jean and Kevin Cashel. The note states, "Thank you for supporting me through not only these past 6 years, but the past 24 years. I love you both more than words." Next, we have Dr. Jose Castellanos from Arlington, Virginia. He has a prior degree from Northern Virginia Community College, and his plans after graduation is to own his own pharmacy. He's dedicating his pin to Jennifer Homan, his fiancée, with the note, "My accomplishments are the result of your hard work, patience, and sacrifice. I'm very lucky to have you by my side. I love you, Jennifer." Next, we have Dr. Yang Chen from Queens, New York. Dr. Chen has a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Michigan, and she would like to dedicate her pin to her parents with the note, "Thank you for all your love and support. I love you, Mom and Dad." Our next cohort will be hooded by Drs. Wallace Marsh, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, and Ms. Lynn Kopak, Assistant Director of Experiential Education. Next, we have Dr. Kevin Connell from Plainville, Massachusetts. Dr. Connell completed the pre-pharmacy program at UNE Biddeford, and he would like to dedicate his pin to Jim Connell, his father, with the note, "Thank you for always being just a phone call away and a drive away when I really needed your help." Next, we have Dr. Devon Cornfield from Haddonfield, New Jersey. Dr. Cornfield will be a pharmacist with CVS Health after graduation, and her pin is dedicated to Dennis and Kathy Sprague, her parents. The note states, "Mom and Dad, I could not have gotten through the last 4 years without your constant support and encouragement. You always believed in me, even when I didn't. Thank you." Next, we have Dr. Sharon Cross from York, Maine. Dr. Cross has a bachelor's in science in cellular and molecular biology from St. Mary's College, and after graduation, she'll be doing a Rutgers University Translational Clinical Oncology postdoctoral fellowship at Novartis Pharmaceuticals. Her pin is dedicated to Brandon Cross, her husband, with the note, "There are no words to tell you how grateful I am for all your support. Thank you for your unconditional love, and I can't wait for our next adventure." Next, we have Dr. Christina Curry from Millis, Massachusetts. Dr. Curry has completed her pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England, and her pin is dedicated to Alexandra Curry and Kevin Curry, her mother and father. The note states, "Thank you for all the support and encouragement over the past 4 years. I couldn't have done this without you. I love you both." Next, we have Dr. Ryan Dang from San Diego, California. Dr. Dang has a BS in biochemistry at the University of California, San Diego, and he would like to dedicate his pin to Luck Dang with the note, "Thank you for always supporting and believing in me." Next, we have Dr. Jennifer DeNormandy from Bethel, Maine. Dr. DeNormandy has a bachelor's in arts at the Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts, and she plans to get back to work paying back those student loans, and she would like to say thank you to my family for their love and support. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Drs. Michaela Fiore, Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Daniel McCool, Clinical Instructor in Pharmacy Practice. Next, we have Dr. Bashad Datamo from Eagan, Minnesota. Dr. Datamo has a bachelor's in science and biology from the Metropolitan State University. And after graduation, he plans to continue on pursuing to receive his board certification as a pharmacotherapy specialist. He'd like to dedicate his pin to his family with the note, "Thank you for all your support and encouragement." Next, we have Dr. Haley Dong from Houston, Texas. Dr. Dong has a Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Houston, and her pin is dedicated to her mom, dad, and boyfriend. With the note, "Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your unconditional love and support. I would not be standing here without you." And to her boyfriend, "Thank you for pushing me to be better and to never give up on pharmacy school. I love you guys." Next, we have Dr. Lian Dong from San Diego, California. Dr. Dong has a BA in Cognitive Science from the University of California, San Diego, and her pin is dedicated to her family and boyfriend, Tawei Lin. "Thank you for your unwavering love and support in helping me chase after my dreams." Next, we have Dr. Consuelo Elder from Dublin, New Hampshire. She has a previous degree from the University of New Hampshire, and Dr. Elder would like to thank her family and friends. "Thank you for all of your love and support over these past years. Love you all mucho." Next, we have Dr. Brian Fontaine from Manchester, New Hampshire. Dr. Fontaine completed his pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England, and after graduation, he'll be working for CVS. He'd like to dedicate his pin to Claude and Michelle Fontaine, his parents, and the note states, "For their continued love and support throughout life, and my girlfriend Logan for keeping me down to earth." Next, we have Dr. Carl Franklin from Duluth, Minnesota. Dr. Franklin has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from North Park University, and after graduation, he's accepted a position at a long-term care pharmacy in Duluth, Minnesota. He'd like to dedicate his pin to Brittany Franklin, his wife, with the note, "Thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for me and for us. I couldn't have done this without you." Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Drs. Olgan Gavinch, Chair of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and Dr. Rachel Nada, Assistant Clinical Professor of Pharmacy Practice. Next, we have Dr. Cassandra Frechette from Jay, Maine. Dr. Frechette has a Bachelor's of Science in Biological Sciences from the University of New England, and after graduation, she will be a staff pharmacist with Walmart Pharmacy. Her pin is dedicated to her parents, Mo and Belinda Frechette, and the note states, "Thank you for your constant love and support. I'm here today because you always believed in me and encouraged that I could do anything I set my mind to." Next, we have Dr. Devon Giblin from Norton, Massachusetts. Dr. Giblin has a Bachelor of Science from Roger Williams University, and after graduation, she'll be a pharmacist at CVS Health. Her pin is dedicated to Kathleen and Tom Giblin, her parents, with the note stating, "Thank you so much for the continuous love and support. I wouldn't be where I am today without you both." Next, we have Dr. Eob Hagos from San Jose, California. Dr. Hagos has a bachelor's degree in chemistry from the University of Asmara, and he will, after graduation, he will be practicing in California. His pin is dedicated to Saba Mana, his cousin, with the note, "Thank you for your love and support." Next, we have Dr. Morgan Harper from Bar Harbor, Maine. Dr. Harper completed the pre-pharmacy fast-track program at the University of New England, and after graduation, she'll be completing her PGY1 residency at the VA Maine Healthcare System at Togus in Augusta, Maine. She'd like to dedicate her pin to Marshall Raef, who is her brother. And the note states, "You have your whole life ahead of you. Dream big because you can do anything you set your mind to." Next, we have Dr. Laura Hitchcock from Hamilton, New York. Dr. Hitchcock has a Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry from the California State University, San Marcos. And after graduation, she'll be pursuing a pharmacy residency, a PGY1 residency at the Kaiser Permanente Antelope Valley in Southern California. Her pin is dedicated to her parents, Larry and Nellie Hitchcock, with the note stating, "Thank you for your unconditional support, love, and prayer. I would not have been able to be where I am today without the both of you." Next, we have Dr. Nicholas Hutchings from Dover, New Hampshire. Dr. Hutchings has completed his pre-pharmacy program at the University of Connecticut, and his pin is dedicated to his best friend and great-grandmother, June Anderson. His note states, "I have great admiration for your lifetime of community service, devotion to your beliefs, and compassion to others. Thank you for inspiring me every day." Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Dr. George Allen, Chair of Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Corey Taberge, Assistant Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Next, we have Dr. Candice Iba from Loveland, Colorado. Dr. Iba has a BA in biology from the University of Maine, Farmington, and after graduation, she will be a clinical pharmacist at the Maine Medical Center. She'd like to dedicate her pin to Jendi, her mom. "Thank you for everything you've done for me, Mom. I wouldn't be here today without all of your support and encouragement. I love you." Next, we have Dr. Daisy Jakes from Manchester, New Hampshire. She completed her undergraduate studies at the University of New England, Biddeford, and after graduation, she'll be going to Texas. She would like to dedicate her pin to Maria Isabel and Abraham Jakes, and with the pin stating, the message stating, "For 24 years of love and support and all that you've sacrificed for us, gracias, I love you." Next, we have Dr. Nick Jalpert from Lewiston, Maine. Dr. Jalpert will be working at CVS after graduation, and his pin is dedicated to Rodney Tortorich, with the message stating, "Easily the most influential person I've met my entire pharmacy career, simply the best pharmacist I have worked with. Thank you for all you have done to help me through pharmacy school." Next, we have Dr. Connor Fleming from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. And his message is to his mom and dad, I couldn't have done this without your love and support, and without love in the dream, it will never come true. Next, we have Dr. Megan Kelly from Albany, New York. Dr. Kelly completed the pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England, and after graduation will be a staff pharmacist at Hannaford Pharmacy. Her message is to her parents, Jim and Maureen Kelly, thank you for always teaching me that love is the best type of medicine. Next, we have Dr. Wori Kim from Seoul, Korea. Dr. Kim has a Bachelor in Biological Sciences, State University of New York at Binghamton, and her plan after graduation is to move to Seattle to reunite with family and to start a career as a staff pharmacist at Providence Hospital. And her pin is dedicated to her mom and dad, and the message is thank you and I love you. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Dr. Leslie Oakes, Vice Chair and Assistant Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Andy Thakar, who is an Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. I guess Dr. Martin Kissang needs no introduction. He is from Denver, Colorado, originally from Cameroon. He has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Denver, Colorado. After graduation, he'll be a community pharmacist for Walmart Pharmacy in Brunswick, Maine, stacking paper, saving lives, and taking names. He's dedicating his pin to his mother, Elizabeth Osobo. Mom, you have always been my rock and my guide throughout life. I don't know where to begin. Thank you is a very small word compared to all the sacrifices you have made to get me here. I love you, Ma. Life dong better. Thanks. Next, we have Dr. Brandon Kong from Sanford, Maine. Dr. Kong would like to thank Richard Kong. I am thankful for the sacrifices you have made for our family and me. I know I don't say it or show it, but I am forever grateful. Next, we have Dr. Yvonne Kump from Gaithersburg, Maryland. She completed her pre-pharmacy program at the Montgomery Community College, and after graduation, she'll be a community pharmacist to serve her community. Her pin is dedicated to her dad, Clement Ning Kum, with the message, I'd like to thank God Almighty for his mercies in my life and for sustaining me in life through these years. Also, a big thanks to my parents, especially Mom, who isn't here but has been a great support all these years, and my dad for making it all the way from Cameroon. Next, we have Dr. Nathan LaLiberty from Green, Maine. He'll be completing a PGY1 residency at the Maine Medical Center after graduation. And he would like to thank his mother, Sandy LaLiberty. Thank you, stand tall, believe in yourself, smile, kindness for all. Listen, truly listen, work hard, embrace change. All things learn from you, thank you. Next, we have Dr. Nicholas LaPlante from Brunswick, Maine. Dr. LaPlante, after graduation, will be completing a PGY1 residency at Maine General Hospital. Next, we have Dr. Trin Lay from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Her pin is dedicated to my parents and Joanne Lay. And her note states, "It's not what we have in our life, but who we have in our life that counts." I'm blessed to have you guys as influences in my life. Thank you for the support throughout the years. Our next cohort will be hooded by Dr. Deborah Stirp, Associate Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Stephen Sutton, Associate Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Our next graduate is Dr. Van Lee from Oakland, California. Dr. Lee has a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry at the University of Pacific, and she would like to dedicate her pin to her mother, Nam Dang, and father, Tu Van Lee. Her note states, "Thank you, Mom and Dad, teachers, family, and friends for all your sacrifice, love, support, and guidance. I would not be here today without you all." Next, we have Dr. Peter LePage from Limerick, Maine. And I'm told no relation to our governor. He completed his pre-pharmacy program at UNE, and he would like to thank Ben Fournier. Thank you for guiding me the past 4 years. Next, we have Dr. Christine Lin from San Jose, California. Dr. Lin has a Bachelor's in Science in Neurobiology, Physiology, and Behavior from UC Davis. And after graduation, she'll be completing a PGY1 community residency with Safeway and the University of California, San Francisco. She'd like to dedicate her pin to her parents, Ching Lin and Diana Wang. Thanks for always encouraging me to keep learning, for pushing me to go back for grad school, and for supporting me all these years. Next, we have Dr. Matthew Louis from Framingham, Massachusetts. Dr. Louis will be a clinical oncology pharmacist at Mass General Hospital, and he would like to thank his parents and Kathy. Thank you for your support, encouragement, and of course for money. Next, we have Dr. Chantal Maloney from Brookfield, New Hampshire. Dr. Maloney will be a clinical pharmacist at the Wentworth Douglas Hospital in Dover, New Hampshire. And she would like to thank her husband, Guy Maloney. This great accomplishment could not have been successful without your love and support. Thank you, and I love you. Next, we have Dr. Jody McCaffrey from Westbrook, Maine. Dr. McCaffrey will be a pharmacist at Osco Pharmacy, and she'd like to thank her husband, Michael McCaffrey. Without you, today would not be possible. I appreciate everything you have done for me, and I want to thank you for your support. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Dr. Jessica Bates, Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Cassia Mizuno, Assistant Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Our next graduate is Dr. Finch McKinney from Charlottesville, Virginia. Dr. McKinney has a bachelor's from Vassar College, and after graduation will be in community pharmacy in Troy, New York. Dr. McKinney would like to thank Linda Mosen. Thank you for all your support throughout my life. You're an inspiration and a constant source of love and sound advice. Next, we have Dr. Nancy Mua from Waterfield, Michigan. Dr. Mua has a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences from Oakland University and will be completing a PGY1 residency at the Franciscan Health Hospital in Indiana. The note is to Mom and Dad, I am proud to be your daughter. Thank you for being my strength and supporting me through this journey. I love you both. Next, we have Dr. Bonnie Murphy from Pepperell, Massachusetts. Dr. Murphy will be at the Elliott Hospital pursuing a general practice residency. And the note is to Bill and Diane Murphy. Thank you for your love and support, Mom and Dad. Next, we have Dr. Maria Luisa Nazarino from Fremont, California. She has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from California State University, East Bay, and will be a pharmacist at Walgreens in San Francisco, California. The dedication is to the Nazarino family, Napoleon, Maripaz, Julia, and Leon. Your unconditional love and support has been my motivation throughout this journey. Thank you for financing my needs, but mostly wants. You guys are my sunshine and the reason I get up every day. I love you. Salamat. Next, we have Dr. Queed Wynn from Arlington, Texas. Dr. Wynn will be has a degree from the University of Texas at Arlington and will be in independent pharmacy after graduation. His dedication is to Dang Wynn. Thanks for motivating me to do something with my life. Next, we have Dr. Derek Naking from Brockton, Massachusetts. He has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from UMass Boston and will be a community pharmacist at CVS in Massachusetts. His dedication goes to Ferdinand the King, his father. I'm happy to make you a proud man. I wouldn't have asked for a better man to be my father. Thanks for all the support you gave me through these years and will continue to make you proud. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Dr. Emily Dornblaser, Assistant Professor of Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Daniel Brazeau, Research Associate Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Our next graduate is Dr. Amy Nordmeyer from Florence, Vermont. Dr. Nordmeyer has a Bachelor of Science from the University of New England, and after graduation will be completing a PGY1 residency at the Maine Medical Center. She'd like to thank her parents, Michael and Susan Nordmeyer. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your constant love and support over the past 4 years. I wouldn't be the person I am today without the two of you. Next, we have Dr. Obianuju Okoronkor from Baltimore, Maryland. Originally from Nigeria. She has a bachelor's in chemistry from Towson University, and she'll be working for Rite Aid Pharmacy. She'd like to thank her dad, Victor. There's strong, and then there's you. Thanks for all you do and for always believing in me. Next, we have Dr. Jen Pelligore from Old Town, Maine. She has an associate's degree in broadcasting and an associate's degree in medical assisting. After her graduation, she'll be paying off oodles of student debt. And she'd like to thank her husband, Dave Pelligore, for being super dad, giving up so much of his time so I could pursue pharmacy, and sticking by me through it. Our next graduate will be hooded by Ralph Cabana, staff pharmacist at CVS Pharmacy in Biddeford, Maine. And this is Dr. David Pilon from Wheeling, Illinois. He has a previous degree from Brigham Young University, and he'll be pursuing a career at CVS after graduation. He's dedicating this pin to Ralph Cabana. It's because of Ralph I found my passion for community pharmacy. Because of Ralph, I take that spirit of service into my practice. Our next graduate will be hooded by Amy Kelly, Pharmacy Manager at CVS Pharmacy, Salem, Massachusetts. This is Dr. Olha Perkowski from Peabody, Massachusetts. She has a Master's of Psychology at the Catholic University of Lublin, Poland, and after graduation will be pursuing a career at CVS Pharmacy in North Shore, Massachusetts. She'd like to thank Arthur, her husband. Thank you, Arthur, for being the love of my life, support, and for believing in me. Thank you, God, and my parents in heaven for teaching me to love people. Next, we have Dr. Hong Pham from San Pablo, California. He has a previous degree from the University of California, Davis in nutrition science, and after graduation, he'll be pursuing a career at Rite Aid Pharmacy. He'd like to thank Mom and Dad. Thank you, Mom and Dad, brother and sister, for everything you have done for me. I love you all. Next, we have Dr. Jelena Marie Rances from Lakeland, Florida. She has a bachelor's degree in biology from the Florida International University, and she'd like to thank Lena and Cicero Rances, her parents. Thank you for your guidance and love, for supporting me through my long academic journey and extravagant lifestyle. It paid off. There aren't enough words to express my appreciation, but I think this is a good start. I owe you one. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Ms. Kimberly Cripps, instructor in pharmacy practice, and Dr. Kenneth McCall, associate professor of pharmacy practice. Next, we have Dr. Calvin Raymond from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He has a Bachelor of Science in Biology, and after graduation, he'll be a pharmacist at CVS Health. He'd like to thank Christ, Elise Raymond, Bonita Raymond, with the note, thank you for giving me love and being patient with me. We are lit. Okay. I'm not familiar with that term. Next, we have Dr. Emily Reed from Farmington, Maine. Dr. Reed will pursue a residency at Portsmouth Regional Hospital, and she'd like to thank her father, Kevin Reed, and Karen Reed, her mother. Thank you for the tremendous support. I would never have been able to get through this without you. Next, we have Dr. Keung Rim from Vancouver, Washington. He'd like to thank Sue Metcalf, his friend. Thank you for guiding me through everything. It wouldn't have been possible without your unwavering support. Next, we have Dr. Maxwell Roberts from Brunswick, Maine. He'll be a staff pharmacist at CVS Target in Tri-Cities, Washington. He'd like to thank Patrick Roberts. Thank you and your beautiful family for being a constant support system these past 6 years. It never went unappreciated. Next, we have Dr. Morgan Roy from Buxton, Maine. Dr. Roy will be pursuing a PGY1 residency at the South County Hospital in Wakefield, Rhode Island. She'd like to thank Mom and Dad. Thank you for everything you have done for me and continue to do for me every day. I could not have done this without you. Next, we have Dr. Truman Salo from North Waterboro, Maine. He would like to thank his wife, Eden Salo, for your unwavering love and support. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Dr. Lauren Payne, Assistant Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. John Redwanski, Associate Clinical Professor in Pharmacy Practice. Next is Dr. Michael Santoro from Franklin, Massachusetts. Dr. Santoro has a Bachelor of Science in Medical Biology and Medical Sciences from the University of New England, and he'd like to thank Andrew Santoro and Matthew Blagden, his brothers. All right, Santa, we're going to get honor roll this semester. Next, we have Dr. Joshua Saunders from Windham, Maine. Dr. Saunders has a Bachelor of Science from the University of Southern Maine and Associate of Science at the Air University of the United States Air Force. He will be a clinical pharmacist at the Veterans Administration Southeast District, and he'd like to thank Kristen Saunders. Thank you to my kind and beautiful wife for her love and support. I love you. Next, we have Dr. Kristen Sierra from Scarborough, Maine. She completed her pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England, and after graduation, she'll go into community pharmacy. She'd like to dedicate her pin to Betsy Farr, her mom. Thank you all for all of your support and love over the years. I could never have done it without you. Next, we have Dr. Leanne Scott from Bradford, Massachusetts. Dr. Scott has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Merrimack College, and after graduation will be a staff pharmacist at CVS. She'd like to thank her mother, Ann Hooley. Thank you for always being there for me. Next, we have Dr. Andre Sedano from Los Angeles, California. Dr. Sedano will be a clinical pharmacist at the Maine Medical Center after graduation, and he'd like to thank Maribel Sedano, his mom. Thank you for your continued support and encouragement. I love you, Mom. Our next cohort of graduates will be hooded by Chun Hao Tu, Associate Professor in Pharmacy Practice, and Sarah Vincent, Assistant Clinical Professor of Pharmacy Practice. Next, we have Dr. Christopher Stanton from Barnegat, New Jersey. He has a Bachelor's in Science and Chemistry from the Moravian College, and after graduation, he'll be working as a pharmacist for CVS in Maryland. He'd like to thank Courtney Stanton. To my loving wife, thank you for all your love and support over these past years. I couldn't be here today without your support. And to my parents, thank you for pushing me to be who I am today. I love you all. Next, we have Dr. Michael Takash from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Dr. Takash has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the Boston College, and after graduation, he'll be completing a PGY1 residency at the VA Boston Healthcare System. He'd like to thank his fiancée, Megan Cunningham, for always being my side and supporting me in everything I do. Next, we have Dr. Sarah Taberski from Lewiston, Maine. She has a BA in Liberal Studies from the University of Maine at Augusta, and associate degree in nursing from the Maine College of Health Professions. After graduation, Dr. Taberski will be completing a PGY1 residency at the Maine Medical Center. She'd like to thank her husband, Tyler Taberski. You were my rock through the most challenging 4 years of my life. Next, we have Dr. Lotika Ubombe from Silver Spring, Maryland. She graduated from, previous to here, she graduated from Hampton University with a degree in cellular and molecular biology. And after graduation, she'll be a pharmacist at CVS in Rockville, Maryland. She'd like to thank Grace Ubome, her daughter. Thank you for your kindness and patience throughout this journey. I hope I will be an inspiration to you just as Grandma was to me. I love you. Thanks. Next, we have Dr. Michelle Valiante from Merrimack, New Hampshire. She previously completed the pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England. And after graduation, she'll be a pharmacist at Rite Aid in New Hampshire. She'd like to thank Ernest Mercier, her grandfather. Thank you for all the love, support, and words of wisdom you offered me through the years. You and Mema are the reason I am here today. Next, we have Dr. Hera Wakar from Alexandria, Virginia. After graduation, she'll be a pharmacist with CVS, and she'd like to thank her family. Thank you for believing in me. I couldn't have achieved this without your support, love, and words of encouragement. Our next cohort will be hooded by Dr. Devon Sherwood, Assistant Professor of Pharmacy Practice, and Dr. Sri Mohan, Assistant Professor in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Next, we have Dr. Christine Wheeler from New Bedford, Massachusetts. After graduation, she'll be working at CVS, and she'd like to thank Robert and Loretta Wheeler, her mother and father. Thank you for always supporting me and encouraging me to do my best. Next, we have Dr. Nicole Withrow from Georgetown, Massachusetts. Dr. Withrow has an Associate's of Science in Psychology from Northern Essex Community College, and after graduation will be completing a PGY1 residency at Hallmark Health System in Melrose, Massachusetts. Her notice to Kevin Calkins, her husband. Kevin, you've been my rock every step of the way. Thank you for all your love and support while I've been pursuing my dream. Next, we have Dr. Gregory Woods from South Portland, Maine. Dr. Woods completed the pre-pharmacy program at the University of Maryland and would like to dedicate his pin to Janice DeMauro and with the note, you have been a constant and perpetual source of encouragement and support throughout all my endeavors. Next, we have Dr. Ashley Woon from Los Angeles, California. Dr. Woon has a BS in biology from the University of California, Riverside, and after graduation, she'll be staying in southern Maine working with Rite Aid. She'd like to thank the Woon family, Cora and Clara. Thanks for enduring the 6-hour flight to be here on this special day. Your constant love and support means the world to me. And Lindsay, thanks for being my person. Next, we have Dr. Megan Woon from Orange County, California. Dr. Wu has a BS in human biology from University of California, San Diego. And her pin is dedicated to my family and boyfriend, Michael Chin. Without your inspiration, drive, and support you've given me, I would be nowhere near the person I am today. Thank you for always treating me like a winner. Next, we have Dr. Perry Yap from Rosemead, California. Dr. Yap majored in biochemistry and cell biology and double minored in psychology and healthcare social issues from the University of California, San Diego. And her dedication is to her parents, Kyungjin Yip, Su Sen-u, her fiance, William Liang, and her family and friends. It's been a long journey, but I know I won't be where I am today without your patience, love, and support. Thank you for believing in me. And our last graduate, certainly not least, will be hooded by Dr. Christian Teeter, Associate Professor, Pharmacy Practice, and Ms. Lynn Kopak, Assistant Director of Experiential Education. So again, last but certainly not least, we have Dr. Marcus Zavala from Benbrook, Texas. He graduated from the University of North Texas, and he's been hired as a long-term care pharmacist in Texas after graduation. He'd like to thank his mother, Elvia. Thank you for the strength and encouragement every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without you. I love you, Mom. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the class of 2017.
Around the world, people seem to be going off script, so I'm just going to go off script for just a quick announcement. I think everyone should join me. I think Dr. Lee has a potential second career as a sports announcer. I think join me in thanking him for doing a terrific job.
He shoots it, right? Thank you, Dr. Lee. Thank you, Dean Brazeau, for acknowledging Dr. Lee. Dean Brazeau, honored guests, faculty, family, and friends, we present you the University of New England College of Pharmacy class of 2017. Please join me again in congratulating the class. I now call upon Dr. Christian Teeter, the class advisor and associate professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice, to speak about and to administer the oath of the pharmacist to the graduates. Dr. Teeter?
Thank you. All right, you guys ready to do this? Get this finalized and formal? All right, so the oath of a pharmacist is a commitment to remain a competent practitioner and to be a caring health professional. It is our privilege to witness your transition from pharmacy students to committed pharmacy professionals. Pharmacy is a noble profession. The role of the pharmacist has grown and evolved over time, as we heard from our keynote speaker. Your guidance and advice as the medication expert will be regularly sought to improve symptoms, health, and wellness outcomes, as well as when to seek medical attention. Stay current, be observant, be mindful, creative, enthusiastic as you define your professional commitment wherever you end up practicing. So I invite you to truly live and be examples of this pledge in order to advance our profession as well as help our communities. Now, and remember, you guys, and this is a little off script really quick, you guys have a special kind of place in UNE's history because you are the last class to carry on the legacy of Dean Brazeau. So that you guys have to raise the bar and make her proud, all right? Deal, right? Deal? So at this time, I ask that the Doctors of Pharmacy graduates, along with any pharmacist in the audience and faculty, to please rise and join me, and we're going to recite this thing together and make this official. All right. You guys ready? I want to hear from you guys. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's morals, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. So, on the behalf of the profession of pharmacy, congratulations and best wishes, and good job, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Teeter. Thank you all for sharing this great day in the lives of our graduates, the College of Pharmacy, and the University of New England, and the profession of pharmacy. I'd like to extend my congratulations and best wishes to our graduates. Job well done. I think it would be appropriate for the audience to congratulate them again. I'd like to acknowledge those who have made this great event possible today. There's University and College of Pharmacy staff. We've got Peggy Mowat, Pauline Dombrowick, Carrie Snyder, Renee Dana, Joanne Wood, Margaret Donovan, Allison Spees. Can you stand up so that we can, there. They run this program very well. And I'd like to thank our Dean's Ambassadors, if they're in the audience. Are our Dean's Ambassadors in the audience? Amanda Powers, Valerie Lingeshin, and Mitch Adams. They're over there. I'd like to thank the Westbrook Performing Arts Center, the musical performances by the Portland Brass, our photographers, Hockmeyer Studios and Jeff Scher Photography, a special thank you to Dennis Letelier for the signage and setup. He set up all those flags out in the entryway. Thank you, Dennis. And as we mentioned earlier, this ceremony was live streamed and recorded and will be available for viewing. For that, I thank you, Mr. Dadiego, thank you all so much for your assistance in this ceremony. In closing, I would ask that the audience please remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates have left. This hooding ceremony is now adjourned. Please join us in the cafeteria for refreshments. Safe travels to everyone. Take care.
you.